Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nerd Files. Today, we're going to be talking about the first episode of one of the greatest TV series of all time, Firefly. Today, I have Jeff up north, Erwin, ABF, and Isaac with me. Some of us have seen this once or many times before, and one of us has never seen it before. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the newbie's first thoughts is. But first off, Isaac, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you.
Doing well, happy to be back, and yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about this. I saw it for the first time last year, 2025. This is my second rewatch, and man, am I enjoying it. So, looking forward to talking about it with you guys, and gonna be a good time. So,
Hell yeah. ABF, how you doing, man?
Good. And I'm pretty sure Isaac watched it because I forced him to. And
correct, yes.
I'm looking forward to season 2.
Oh yes, yes, 100%. Very
Yes.
yeah. It's been delayed a little bit, but they're working on it.
Oh, dang. I didn't hear about
Yeah.
that.
You know
Oh, it's
how
coming back. They had a big announcement, I believe. I didn't hear what the announcement was, but it sounded like season 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely season 2, 100%.
Definitely not a head fake, and it's actually an animation or something really stupid like that.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it'd be really dumb to waste all that goodwill on something like that. Yeah, and it's not even greenlit anywhere either. You still got to shop it around. That would be ridiculous. So thankfully, that's not happening.
Oh yeah, thankfully. And Erwin, thank you for joining us. I know that you were talking about this earlier.
Is it
And,
Nerd Files with an F or a PH?
Hmm.
Do you have dossiers on us, or do you want to F us?
We're gonna just. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
It'd been about a decade since I watched it. I liked it when I watched it, but I believe I watched it after Farscape, and I'm more of a Farscape kind of guy. So it's similar to when I watched Star Wars OT for like the first like real time. I had already read like all the Ender's Games books. I had already read and watched a bunch of classic sci-fi. So I was a bit underwhelmed with Star Wars just because so many people had made it so big. And then I eventually finally got around to rewatching it again, and I'm like, oh, why didn't anyone tell me how good these movies were? So my hope was similar to this. If I gave it that rewatch, maybe I'd find a new appreciation of it. And I did. Oh, holy crap, is it solid. I still am more of a Farscape guy, as I discovered this today when we are trying to figure out the difference. It's more gritty, grounded, and realistic. Space cowboys.
100%.
But you get what I'm saying, right? So I
do.
really enjoyed it. I'm glad we're talking about it.
Yes, and eventually I do want to talk about Farscape as well. So I'll keep you in mind for that one too, because that's another one
I,
of my favorite series.
I've been wanting to do a rewatch forever.
Yes,
Never seen it in my life, so
Oh, you
Top tier.
would love it.
nice.
You'd
Space
love
puppets.
it. Yes. And Jeff, how you doing, man? This
Doing
is
good.
your
Thanks for having me
first
on.
time watching Firefly. What'd you
Yes.
think of the first episode?
So I had always heard of Firefly being one of the greatest sci-fi TV shows ever made, even though it only had one season. So I'd never thought about it, It's like, okay, whatever. And then I finally watched the first episode. I started the first 20 minutes and then I couldn't finish it, but then we did the watch party with you guys, and I absolutely loved it. I got the rest of the season loaded up on my computer so I can hopefully watch maybe an episode or two tonight. And yeah, just space cowboys, that Western feel the whole time. I love it. And Isaac kept ranting and raving the whole time in the chat while we were watching it. The music,
Yep.
yes, we all agree.
Yes, yes.
No, but he's right though. The music is phenomenal.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Spent some time with most of you guys at MegaCon last weekend, but recovering still a little bit, if I'm being honest. But how you doing, man?
I'm doing
Surviving?
Still sleeping a lot. Yeah, I think I'm hopefully finally getting over it. I got a little bit of a little cough going on, but I'm getting over it. So
And I can trust that when you loaded up Firefly to your computer, you definitely bought it from Amazon or somewhere else. Totally,
absolutely.
of course. We only do things the right way here.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I say it is on Hulu for those who do
Hey.
have Hulu.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's owned by Disney.
Yeah, cancel Disney Plus.
True.
Yep.
Well, since Jeff is the newbie for watching, what was your initial rating of the first episode? Like, you kind of gave a little bit of your first thoughts, but you want to maybe expand a little bit, give like an actual number for the first episode.
It was. I'm gonna give it at least the low end of 9.5 because it came out swinging. It didn't hold anything back. You understood who the characters were without them explaining who their characters were. They all have their own different personalities. They can actually act for the most part. There was some humor jumped in where it needed to be. It wasn't out of place. I thought it was fantastic. The action, just all around fun. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched a show. Granted, it is a little few years old, but you just don't get that a lot of times on modern TV.
Yeah, and honestly, I still think it's better than some of the stuff we're getting nowadays. You know,
Yeah.
it's good to go back and rewatch old media now and then because it just shows what we used to have. You know, but Erwin, what about you? What was your first rating when you first started watching Firefly?
Well, I already answered that one, so I'm going to say what I was thinking before my brain forgets it. So Joss Whedon has the skill and like quality of like an artsy fartsy film student try harding, but he does it with the ease of a frat boy smashing a beer can against his forehead. It's insane. He does it's so high quality, but it's just so like casually done. It's fantastic. It's very impressive. I understand why they had to run him out of there. He's too talented.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
he's definitely coming back for season 2.
people are jealous people, especially in that industry, but for someone that talented, you're going to get lots of jealous people.
Oh yeah. ABF, what about you, man? When you first watched Firefly, what were your initial thoughts going into it the first time you watched, your first rating? Because I
So-
think you were actually the one that kind of like revived the interest in me to like rewatch it again as well. So
Yeah. So I remember when I first watched the very first episode, it was about like a month or two after they had canceled the series. And I remember I called my buddy Scott and I was like, why didn't you tell me about this? He's like, I was trying to. But it seems like he was the only one that I know watching it live. Nobody watched it live. That's why Fox canceled it. They did horrible on the marketing. And it was definitely a cult classic once people discovered what it actually was.
Yeah.
And so watching that first episode, I remember just being like, where has this been? I can't believe I missed this.
It's like I got gifted that incremental black hole game, and I found out you had played it a while ago, and I was genuinely mad that you didn't tell me about it.
But I think I watched it on the Sci-Fi Network and not on Fox where it originally aired.
okay.
So that's how I knew about it. I was just watching Sci-Fi Channel at the time, and I guess one of the major networks tried to dabble in sci-fi and it failed.
Yeah, and like when it was originally premiering, didn't they they aired them out of order, but then didn't they also put them into like the graveyard slots where like nobody was watching it also? I think I heard that somewhere.
I don't remember. I know they were aired slightly out of order. As was it's more of opinion, but Stargate was also aired out of order, and I think they were aired in a
Really?
way that it was more of a roller coaster of ups and downs to keep the viewers engaged over the weeks. So they might have
Interesting.
tried something like that with Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
So Firefly was Fridays, which is also where you send one to die, at 8 Eastern, and it was often preempted by baseball and then run out of order as well.
You know what's funny, Erwin, is Stargate, all the different Stargates, and stuff like that. They were always on Fridays, and I remember my buddy and I having a discussion about how since we don't go out on Fridays and stay home and watch sci-fi, we're just gonna be virgins forever.
So
I
is
mean,
that question?
you're
Is
not
that back
wrong.
when the Sci-Fi Channel was the Sci-Fi Channel and not Sci-Fi like it is now? Like it was spelled SCIFI back then.
Yeah, that change happened
Yeah.
somewhere in the middle of SG1.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I miss the old Sci-Fi Channel. That'd
We-
be like
Yeah.
always
got-
watch that.
We got some good ones still, though, out of Sci-Fi as well. Like, we did not appreciate what we had with the Sci-Fi
It's
Channel.
true.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
that they still had things loaded up and cranking out at the time, and then it just kind of everything lost budget. That was the issue, was they lost
What?
budget.
I think 12 Monkeys was the Sci-Fi, and that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite
That was
shows.
really good.
I actually still haven't seen the series, but
Oh.
I've heard really good
I
things
haven't
about it.
Oh, okay. Well, do that after Farscape.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Because holy
Oh.
crap. And it's a time travel show where you're actually happy with the ending, and they actually do a good like time travel like ending story arc, and it actually all makes sense and comes together. I didn't know
Okay.
it was possible.
Because
I
the
don't.
movie wasn't well received.
I don't. Oh, whoever didn't receive it, well, go f off because that movie's amazing.
Yeah, no, the movie's good, but I think people would argue that the TV show is actually better.
Yeah. Because I personally I liked the movie, but most people when I talk to them about it, they're like, "Oh, I hated that movie." I'm like,
Oh,
It's like the
you-
Stargate conversation too. Usually, you know.
What?
So,
No, the movie's
you
good.
know,
people don't
The
like
movie's good.
Stargate. Yeah, you guys need to stop talking to whoever these people are.
yeah.
I agree.
better
You know what?
friends.
That's
I
the
enjoyed the Stargate movie, but series is tears better.
See, you say
Yeah.
that, but I couldn't get into this show because I thought the first like 5 I watched were boring, whereas I loved the movie. I wish
It,
and
more
that's the
Kurt
thing. Is
Russell would have.
first season is kind of slow.
I would have probably
Yeah.
watched if Kurt Russell were in the first season of the show.
So I will say that's one thing, kind of reverse order with Firefly is, we have the show first and then we get a movie after, and
yeah.
kind of like season two, and
Yeah.
yeah.
In
Interesting
my
how that
opinion,
works.
Richard Dean Anderson carried SG1, and I think Nathan Fillion carried Firefly as well. Like the
100%.
casting
Yes.
choices were phenomenal for Firefly.
Yes.
Well, and the chemistry was just very natural after like the first couple episodes, like, and we'll talk about that later on with more when we watch more, but like you can kind of tell in this first episode that they're kind of, still getting into it, but and then it really, clicks and it's
Mhm.
just it's top tier. But before I forget, Isaac, I wanted to ask your initial thoughts when you first watched it, as well as what your initial rating was for the first episode.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like I said, last year, 2025, like summer was the first time I ever saw the show. I actually knew like nothing about it other than it was like, the lore of like it only got one season and it's the Holy Grail and you got to say, but I pushed it off because it's like I'm watching Stargate, I'm watching Battlestar Galactica, like that's taking a lot of time up. I'll get to this another time. And then ABF actually showed me his Malcolm Reynolds reproduction pistol. I'm like, wait a minute. So they've got like it's not just generic. They're not just putting generic like AKs and just generic Glocks and stuff. Like they actually take like really historical looking weapons and make them look sci-fi and cool, space western. And so
That's
that really drew
kind of
me in.
what Star Wars did as
Hmm.
well.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, repurposed like World War II,
Mhm.
even World War One weapons and stuff. So that really drew me in. And then, of course, ABF bullying me, saying words I'm not going to say on YouTube, to get me to watch it. And I loved it. I was just hooked immediately. And going back watching episode one now, I would say I like it even more. My rating may have gone up a little bit. So yeah, I give it a solid 9. Right off the bat, pilot episode, great start. They definitely, when we review this further down the line, they definitely draw closer as a crew. Go from more like friends to family, as time goes on. But yeah, dude, talk about a out of the park pilot episode. Loved it. So
Hell yeah. Well, now I'm curious though. What words was ABF saying to you to get you to watch it? I mean,
British
you can
cigarettes,
say them. Go ahead and say them.
French,
I can always cut them
French
out.
bread,
Sausage
like
snack.
baguettes.
It was a bundle of Isaacs.
Okay, so
Sticks.
did he
Yeah,
like
sticks,
put it
yeah.
into like a one long sentence, or did
I
he
think he
like,
said
break it
what
up?
you need to watch the show or your
He said in Firefly Asian.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he did.
right.
Yes.
So basically,
Kind of
he
like
was
Battlestar
saying,
Galactica. You're fracking, instead of
And
yeah.
that's a great thing to touch on, actually, because I actually loved that they were doing that. Since, I grew up in an era where you watch television, but you want things to be a bit adult, but they can't. That's a great
Yes.
way to, skirt past it is by just making up words or just simply
Yes.
cussing a different language.
But then on the other end, the more artsy part, where I love he didn't give the subtitles when they do it. So there's the moment in episode 1 where Walsh comes out on the 4-wheeler and he says something to Zoe in that. You have no idea what he says, but then she says, "I will," or something like that. But there's a certain
Yes.
tone to it and a reaction to it. So you have no idea what he said, but you know what was said.
Mm-hmm.
right?
The subtlety, the
Aragorn
craft.
and Legolas at Helm's Deep, essentially, kind of moment a little bit. But one
Back
thing
when
like
they
ABF's
still cared, like when they actually put time and like effort into the details, and they don't do that
well,
anymore.
Jane Cobb in this episode, instead of God, damn, he said Goram.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Goram, So it's like it sounds very similar, but he's like those Goram Reavers or whatever he said the context,
Also, Isaac,
made for TV, but
didn't we get a crucifix kiss too?
I think so.
Right? Or am I imagining something else I just watched? I just watched too many things.
I think we did. Yeah, I don't know if it
think
was crucifix,
so.
but I know that
Yeah.
Malcolm was wearing a cross necklace. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he did.
I think so.
Oh,
You're
and then
right.
that's
In the beginning, in the battle scene, in the beginning. Yes.
and
That's
that's
right,
why
the
he
battle
doesn't
scene.
like the priest guy. Oh yeah, okay.
Well, yeah. So essentially, like he lost his
God, it's
faith.
so good. Yeah.
When
God.
the war was over. Yeah.
Erwin, I remember that part, and I remember being like, if this came out today, they would have not put that in.
Mm.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's why I remembered it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that the Muslims feel seen and not offended.
Of course.
Well, everyone
Star
stop
Wars has
fighting. We
Tusken
got to
Raiders.
do prayers. All right, everyone face this direction. We're taking a fiver.
It's like that South Park episode.
Yeah.
We're bringing all the faiths together, and it's Def Leppard.
Well, I mean, yeah, these are elements we would never see in a show today. So, like we're talking, Irwin with the cross, with Shepherd with the Bible, with the terminology
Inara?
they use to refer to Inara, the space,
It's
Yeah.
space horror.
The space horror.
Space-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
love that. The dynamic, man. That
Yeah.
you write good characters based on certain archetypes, and then you just have them interact, and like it writes itself.
Yes, you've got the hyper based Jane Cobb with Vera, and all his, just armed to the teeth. It's you love it.
Even Shepard, like if this show came out now, they would have like some sort of like flaw in his religion. You know what I mean? They couldn't.
Of
They
course.
wouldn't be able to help themselves. They would make that person, flawed.
They would put perpetual hurdles in front of him.
Yeah.
And of course, are we going to point out the fact they would make a big deal over him being a black man nowadays too? And we're like, this dude's badass. He's like stoic, but also there's some mystery behind his character. He's convicted in his faith, but also he's willing to punch a dude out if he has to.
Yep.
It's really complex.
What
So,
about Zoe? I have zero problems with a strong black woman. She plays it
Right.
perfectly.
That's when they actually did a character like that perfectly.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's very forced, and there's only like one or two defining characteristics about that character. It's usually because they're a black character or a woman, but she did it perfectly.
Likable and attractive. And then when she's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna rip his clothes off at the end, it's like, well, that seals the deal. I love you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, she wasn't. Even though she was a soldier of a woman, she was not emulating masculine characteristic traits. She was not like she didn't have butch hair. She didn't shave her head, make a big deal over it. She wasn't wearing men's clothing. It's like
And
And
She's
was
she
there
also
to get.
put her husband first.
She's there to get the job done, and it's like refreshing.
Yep.
and
Yep.
she's resistance fighter, similar to like a Terminator situation. I'm much more okay with female soldiers in that situation. And yeah.
Well, it's like fight or die at that point. You're
Yeah,
not virtue
exactly.
signaling. It's like we're all gonna die.
And the moment at the end of the intro when everything's coming in, he basically like just closes his eyes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to the magnetic rose like style, just cutting everything open and slow and everything. Oh, the war, and then you just go to like the silence of outer space.
Yes.
I am so glad that they kept that they use that aspect in the outer space, how silent it is, because there's so many TV shows and movies that explosions and everything's clanking and hitting. No. And,
Oh,
and it
did you see Project Hail Mary yet?
I have not.
Not yet.
Oh, they
I
use
need
silence very well in several moments.
I've heard it's like the best movie of the year so far.
Which is funny because in Battlestar Galactica, the show actually tested really poorly because they had no sound in space, because there is no sound in space. So they
Yeah.
actually added it, and it tested higher. So they're like, all right, I guess we'll just not go with the lore with like realistic.
hmm
Well, going to with the beginning with the battle and everything, one of my favorite parts from that was when he's talking to Bendis, and he's like, "We're not going to die, Bendis. You know why we can't die? Because we're too pretty to die."
Yes.
I always like just start dying at that part.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, and then when it all comes in, and he kind of gives of course, he just like immediately gets shot, like right next to him, and falls and dies the
Yeah.
second he enters battle.
Well, that's one thing with his character too. ABF kind of won me over initially with the first watch through. He's like, Isaac, Nathan Fillion is Cade from Destiny, right? I'm like, You're right about that. The snarky, quick-witted gunslinger, and that's kind of like his character in this too. And I love it. It translates very well.
It's
And
scoundrel, space
Yeah.
scoundrel.
yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, he does have his deep-rooted morals too. And you love to see
Yeah,
it.
anti-hero with a heart of gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't help but just love all of the characters. Like it was just so well done, and
Mm.
we don't get anything like this today. And you would think, like, you see all these new projects going downhill and getting terrible ratings, or their good ratings are paid for. You'd think they'd maybe start to look back at what they used to do right and maybe try to apply it to today. But
Well, if
Kill off
Disney
Han
was
Solo.
smart,
Sorry, what?
I was just gonna say, if Disney was smart, they would have gone for this vibe with the Mandalorian, like space outlaws. Not
Mm.
instead they wanted Baby Yoda, they wanted Grogu. So
It's
They-
both.
I'm
Me?
sorry to disrespect your son, Erwin. I apologize, but I had to. Okay.
Yeah, they're more worried
We're
about
coming
money
down there.
than quality with the new stuff.
Oh,
Well, I think that the
But
show
no,
does a really good job at making the characters like you understand who's good and who's bad. And
Yes.
yeah, maybe some people are breaking the law, but you can still tell that they have good or bad morals. You know what I mean?
ABF, the way they set up the two big bad villains, the first one is like they're in outer space. They got the gigantic ships. They don't really care. For them, it's like life and death. For them, like it's managerial. Like, should we check on it? So it's like that cold, like bureaucratic evil. But then when you're entered, you get the Reavers when they have to go under. It's like absolute like space horror kind of bad guy.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
neither of them, like you barely even see, but still like you can feel like their power and influence in the world very well.
Yeah, and the Reavers as one of the bad guys is so cool. It really
Yes.
is.
Especially
really
since,
is,
like, going
'cause-
into it, you have no context whatsoever.
Mhm.
So your
Yeah.
my mind was wandering big time the first viewing. Like,
Yeah.
what are these Reavers? What are they?
Jeff has no idea yet. He hasn't seen it expanded on. So like you saw everyone
I
just like
know.
shitting their pants at the thought of even
Yes.
saying their name.
Yep.
you know?
And what did she say? They'll was it great? So like cut you and then eat you, but possibly not in that
She
order.
said
You'd
they
be
will
lucky if
grape
you
you
die.
to death, is what she
Yep.
said, and then they
Okay.
will skin
That's
you
exactly
alive,
what I-
hopefully in
what I-
that order. Yes.
And
Yeah.
sew you into their clothing.
And
That's
sew you
what-
into their
yep.
clothing. Yes.
and not
It just-
necessarily in that order.
Yeah, yeah. But then also just seeing that ship, it's all like it almost looks like the ship is rotting away in itself. That kind of gives you the kind of undertone of what type of creatures or character bad guys they'd be. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on with the season
And
Mhm.
what
on
did
that
you guys
aspect alone.
what did you guys think of that space chase? Like I thought that like the CGI and I don't know if it was models, like exactly how it looked really good even today.
It still holds
Yeah,
up. I think it
Mhm.
really holds up well.
hmm If anything, like I love this era of CGI. It looks more visually pleasing to me than the polished, just at the MCUification of media, which is everything's just polished and perfect, and God forbid lens flare on everything. This just hits. This has the aesthetic, and like you said, the ship models too look incredible. So
Mm. You don't like the 1,200 Indians working on a Marvel CGI?
I
Oh,
don't like them, and I also don't like the work they've produced either. But that's a totally different story, probably for another time. But
Yep.
Oh. Well, going off of kind of what ABF was saying with like morals and everything about them, what do you guys think about all of the characters? Like, I guess just kind of quickly go through them all and just kind of say like which ones you do like right off the bat, which ones you didn't like right off the bat.
Kaylee, I want fuck Kaylee.
he's out of line, but he's right.
Oh, I mean,
The,
because
with the little cute little like the little poof ball like things she does. Oh,
She's
And
too
she all,
innocent,
like-
man.
she all
She's like
she
heart of
tisms. Yeah, she tisms out so hard and she's so fucking sweet. The first thing, or one of the early things she does is say, "We have the best captain," and kiss him on the cheek. I'm like, oh my god, she's so likable. Oh,
I mean, of the three adult women in the show, you have the black lady married, you have the space whore, and then you have the lovely engineer girl. And it's like, I'm gonna go with the autistic one. That's very kind and not a
Yeah.
bitch,
Well,
So
And
Actually,
you also have
yes.
Summer, who's
I
mysterious.
was gonna say, there's you got two autistic girls to choose from. I think.
yeah.
One's slightly more autistic than the other.
a little bit. Not their fault, So
That's true. That is true. But no, so I think we can all agree that Kaylee is a very likable character. She's
Yes.
very friendly and outgoing, and she loves everyone, and she's obsessed with
So
that ship.
so she's sciencey, but like with engineering and stuff, but she literally does it all through intuition, whereas Simon is like pure like book smart, like genetic, like elite man, whereas she's like, I just like do what feels good and I hit this thing with a wrench and it's fixed, you know?
Well, she's like a savant. She's like a technopath. She feels the
Yeah.
spirit of the machine. Yeah. So
Yeah, and Simon, we're introduced to him as a very it's very like kind of dark intro when we're first meeting him, I suppose. Like it makes you feel like he's like this really
He's the bad guy.
bad.
Like he's the
Yeah.
fed. He's the fed. He's almost like a red
Yeah.
herring at first.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, because like when they show him, he's got like those red round glasses on. He's got this like very stern look, and he doesn't really say much. And it's like, okay, this is
I have to say one
something's
thing
off
with his
him.
character. The show, like on first viewing, kind of ruined it for me because he's in the intro and like titled as a main character. So you know he's going to be in the rest. If they put the intro at the very end, and I'm like, if this is just he's just in this one episode, it would have been suspension of disbelief much longer till that reveal, that turnaround. So you know,
Fair enough.
that's just a little nitpick, but
It's a good
Fair
point.
enough.
Yeah. Also, I want to
Well-
point out how small he is. He's about the same size as Summer, it looks like.
I know, yeah, like yeah, even though he's farther back, like yeah, he's definitely like very short, but they do try to make him look tall in the show. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys noticed that, but they do try to make him
Yeah.
look taller.
I think there's a bit of like camera manipulation with this shot too, because they're trying to make Malcolm in the center. And,
Oh,
like, he is a
yes.
tall
Yeah, it's-
guy, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like down pointing up a bit. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell like some of them are farther back,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
yeah,
it's very
But-
Frodo and Gandalf
Yeah.
situation.
I like
going on,
this
so.
picture though.
it's a very nice photo. It is, but
Do you want to just go from left to right on that? Even?
yeah, I mean, we'll just start left and we'll go to the right. So we'll still
hashtag
go,
Gamergate based.
yes,
Yep.
Yes, I will say
Jane
Adam
Cobb.
Baldwin, my spirit animal. Jane Cobb in the show,
yes,
still my spirit animal. He got the Bowie knife and pistol on his belt. I rock with that. Hell yeah.
As far as like archetypes go, he's basically like the Ryan Kinnell character.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like
And
the abrasive like asshole.
He's like too much of an asshole, but then you realize that like he's actually like the muscle of the group that keeps everybody safe, even though he's an idiot, you know?
And then he also has a heart. He also has a heart too,
Yeah.
somewhere deep down there. You know.
And you know, later on in the series, he has a whole thing. I even have I put the James hat up on my
Oh,
repo
I
guy
didn't
up
notice
here.
nice.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
One of my favorite characters.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites. Like, and when we're first introduced to him, it's like Erwin said, he's an abrasive asshole, and it's almost like, all right, you need to like kind of chill out there, buddy. Like, when they were at the dinner table, and he was talking about how
Yeah.
Kaylee gets all wet over the doctor and stuff like that, and then Malcolm's got to jump in and be like, walk away.
He's an
Yeah.
antagonist, but
Mhm.
amongst the protagonists.
Mhm.
Exactly. And as we go through, you'll kind of see his character develop into something better, and it's like, okay, you know, then I
And-
like it.
The interrogation scene was so good because you know, the dude basically lied to him and he was like, "Oh man, you don't know anything, do you?" And he's like, "Man, I can clearly tell that you're not a complete idiot."
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
I love he tells him just scare him. And he's like, pain's scary.
Yeah.
And then the guy said, "You're not going to kill me." He's like, "Well, not immediately." You know. So
Mhm.
Not immediately.
He was like upset that he didn't get to do his favorite interrogation. It was great.
Oh, and yeah,
but I
he
do
was,
like the power
he
struggle
was looking forward
between
to
him
it.
and Malcolm a little bit. Like you said, Malcolm dismissed him from the dinner table,
Mhm.
and he reluctantly still complied with the captain's orders, which shows he respects rank and honor. So that's a good
He,
thing.
he
Mhm.
dabbles in considering betrayal and mutiny, though.
That's
And it'll
what
be an interesting day when that happens.
Yes.
It will
That's what I was
be.
gonna say myself about him. Is he was offered to betray Malcolm and get some money out of it, and but then it was at the end. He's like, wasn't enough money. Is what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's always it seems like he's teetering on the edge, or he's acting like he's teetering on the edge. I don't know yet.
Mhm.
It's the character in movies where you're like, that's the one who's going to betray everyone. Like that's the guy who's going to stab everyone back when it matters the most. He's essentially that, but he's still solid. You end up being able to count on him, right? Doesn't he? he gets
Yeah.
a bit better throughout the season, right?
Yeah, he becomes the big brother of the whole team. Yeah, so
Yeah. And before we move on, I just want to say that Baldwin's not associated with the other Baldwins. Okay.
yes, with the rest of
I
your
had to look
body,
it up,
he has
too.
nothing to do with it.
Very
Yes.
important clarification.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to look it up, and it says he shares the same name back to the 1500s in England. I'm like, okay, they're not even close.
Yeah.
And also, he's prominent in sci-fi. Like he voiced
Mhm.
in multiple Halos.
Is it
He's-
Chuck?
Chuck,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
is a
Which I
great
need
show.
to see that show too. I need to see that.
that's a good one.
Oh, that was a weekly watcher of me and my dad when I
Oh,
was a
yeah.
kid.
He's
You
been
would-
in a lot.
You would like that one, Isaac. People like it even more if they've ever worked a retail job.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I can.
And fun
I'll have to check it
fact,
out.
It's basically a Best Buy that they're working at.
Fun fact,
Really? Okay.
Chuck is actually where I got the name the Nerd Herd from.
No,
That
that's
is
funny.
from that show.
That's why I knew it
So-
sounded familiar.
Yup.
Yeah. I used to
That's a
work
good
at Geek Squad, so.
Gamers rise up.
And
Hell
it was
yeah.
ABF who also told me that Adam Baldwin coined the term Gamergate, and
Hashtag
he's also banned
Gamergate.
hashtag Gamergate. Yeah, and he's still banned on Twitter X to this day. He's still
kidding.
banned. So Wow.
It genuinely like ruined his career a bit.
Yeah, it did.
it's too bad.
Based. Extremely.
Based.
And of course, Kaylee, 10 out of 10.
She's mine, dibs. Take your eyes off her.
We're gonna fight over that. Okay.
All right,
I'll see you at the
fair
airlock later. Okay.
Yeah, you go in the airlock first.
Yeah, totally.
Uh,
Yeah.
All right. What about Shepherd Book?
Mm.
Well,
Initial
I mean,
thoughts? Did you guys like him? Did you guys hate him?
just going off of this episode alone, there's not a whole lot to go on other than it seems like he's trying to, I don't know, he's like getting himself into trouble, but also trying to be a good person at the same
Well,
time.
First, he's kind of like a wanderer, and he's,
Yeah.
okay, he kind of seems to know what's going on, but then by the end, he's like, I just left my abbey, and this is already happening. Everything's terrible. What's going on? And by the next episode, Hayden's going to convince him to nuke everything, I think.
Yes.
I agree.
But he does kind of end up becoming more of like the moral compass, kind of like the soul of the group, right?
I see him as like a patriarchal figure of the family almost in a way, whereas Mal is more like the strong-armed older brother that had to take the reins of the household, kind of. Yeah, and then Book
A
comes in.
Sigma being forced to be an alpha.
Yeah, pretty much. And still reluctantly so, but then Book comes in and grounds it with faith and reason and wisdom, So
Yeah,
I
was
like
gonna
his
say-
character a lot.
I was gonna say that, like kind of like that kind stoic voice of reason that you look for advice from.
So
Seems
I,
like to me.
I like me a strong black man as well. And those come looking like Terry Crews, but they also do come looking like that sometimes.
The
I like 'em.
magical black man?
No, because actually no. Like he's not that though. Because that you just show up at the end and you tell him, oh, it was inside your heart the whole time, and then you go save the day or whatever. But he's not like that. I like it.
And I think all you guys know, but this actor died in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, really? Wow.
Ron Glass.
Am I gonna die someday, ABEF?
Yes, you are.
Unfortunately.
Damn, no.
Just like the
Spoiler
Grogu that you
alert,
made
maybe.
Unless,
that
Thanks
way.
a
unless you
lot,
can figure out a way to upload your consciousness.
What episode?
It
I don't
was in
wanna
the
give
second
spoilers.
season.
We don't want to give
This is in
spoilers.
season 2, yes.
Good. I'm never gonna die. I knew it.
Now,
Unless
before
the
I,
animated show. What?
before we go any further with
No.
Shepherd Book, I do
Now I
want
wanna
to go
die.
back to Kaylee because I forgot to share probably one of the
No.
greatest scenes
Get your
from
eyes-
this episode.
She's
But
mine.
you'll like this. You'll like this. Trust
Okay.
me. You're gonna like this. How could we forget this scene?
Oh, I wish I were that strawberry. She can smell me whenever she wants.
I'm going to fight you, Erwin. No kidding.
It's
I'm a
great
gentleman. You in the airlock first.
Oh,
Okay.
Just how they're pointing out the simple things in life that you have to give up to be in space,
Mhm.
If they knew what they were doing, I'm just saying. So
Wow.
obviously, but
It's a different
They-
time of TV.
I mean, now if it was Starfleet Academy, it would have been Shepherd Book doing that scene, and I would have been turning the TV off. So
Jay
Mm.
Dan.
yes, this true Jaden. Yes.
no, they would. This character, I don't think he's been too much introduced yet, but I forget what his name is because I know him as off bat as Crowley from Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Badger. His
Yeah,
name is
Badger.
Badger.
Okay, Badger. Thank you.
In
Yeah.
fact, there's
Mark
some
Shep-
clips we can make for Badger with that.
And he was in
Oh,
he was in Battlestar Galactica as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark Shepard.
Yes.
I like the actor.
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mark Shepard. That's his name.
Mark Shepard. All right, I'm gonna remember that one now.
Mhm.
All right, I had to show that because I mean, how could you not when we're talking about Kaylee, you know? But
Yes.
going back to book, did anybody else have anything they wanted to say about book before we move on to the next one?
I want to touch his hair. I don't know, like it's interesting. No, I'm kidding, but no, he's.
So you want to run your hands through another man's
I didn't
hair?
say that. I was making.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounded
Yeah.
like.
He's be like, your hair reminds me of popcorn.
No, it's just
Isaac, you're supposed to ask for consent first.
you are. Wow, that's news to me. Okay.
They love
get
it when
that
you
cons-
ask.
You might need a shovel to get the consent, but I'm sure you can get it.
Oh. All right. Well, Dr. Simon.
Where?
He's-
I don't see him back there.
I know he's so damn short.
You mean the
He's like
11-year-old back there? Yeah.
11-year-old.
Originally, we were introduced to him. He gives kind of like this like antagonist vibe. He got the evil red glasses on, and he's got this very large container with him, and he doesn't want anybody going near it. And it's like, all right, he's gonna be a villain. You know, I didn't when I first watched this, I didn't like him right off the bat. I was like, I don't
Same.
trust him. There's
Oh.
something about him.
That was intentional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they make him red herring, but
Mhm.
then it ends up not him, but it ends up he's actually got an even bigger secret. So it's like a double red herring, double negative makes a red herring. Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, the scene where he's in in whatever what do you call the kitchen on a spaceship, telling everybody about summer and stuff. That was really good. I love that speech where he's talking about how smart he is and compared to her, he's an idiot. Like all that was really, really well written.
Yeah, because it is difficult to do like lore dumps correctly, setting it up and then actually like telling it. They did it very well, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But it still remained mysterious enough. Like the group, you don't really know about the group that took it. So even after it tells the story, you still find out with like the Fed they captured, where he's like, "You people do not know what you got yourself into," and you really start understanding the stakes.
Yeah, no, and it's going to be interesting to see, especially with Jeff being a first-time watcher, seeing what he thinks of all these characters and how they develop.
He hasn't even seen her do ninja moves yet.
Yeah,
I know it. He's got so much to experience, and I don't think he's ready.
and she does a lot of, if not all of her own stunts and stuff like that because she's a ballerina in real life, and she
makes
kind of
sense,
like
yeah.
has these like cool moves based on that, and she even can like hide in weird spaces by like clinging to the roof and stuff like that with her. Yeah, it's pretty cool as you watch on.
And then I love at the end when she can finally fly and she's got the laser vision. Jeff, you're gonna
Yeah,
love it, bro.
yep. When she goes full Neo Superman mode.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it, dude.
She hulks out, and then she goes
Sorry.
full Neo. It's
That's
space
just-
lasers.
Spoilers.
so we're gonna accidentally
that in-
spoil stuff
is
for
that in
Jeff. So we just need to gaslight and make stuff up. So even then
Yeah.
he just stops believing.
I mean,
even the
it's only a
actual
quarter of a
spoilers.
century-year-old show, so I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean, there's no one's fault but my own.
I mean, I typically just blame Isaac, but I mean,
that's fair. Yes.
Safe.
Like I
usually
said,
works out.
my first impression of him was slightly skewed because, like I said, I saw him in the credits, and that always just like I always pay attention to the credits. I'm like, okay, he's in the show, so
Well, and it's hard not to pay attention to the intro for the show because
Yeah.
it's so good,
It is.
like they don't even like show intros. They don't make them like that anymore, man. Like a lot of it's AI
They even-
generated
Yep.
music.
It looks like this because they play all the show, but because of the aspect ratio, they have to put like a random like background in.
Yes.
It's so adorable. I watch some of
That's
these older
right.
things, and I'm like, I can do a couple clicks and have things higher production than some of these beloved shows. It's crazy how far we've
it's
gone.
like very basic transitions and everything. It's I love it. I love the aesthetic.
Well,
So
I think we were barely in the era for this show to be in 16:9 format, by the way. So, like, it shows, just before this one, they were 4:3. They were square on the television.
Yeah, like Jeremiah. I don't know if
Jeremiah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was. That one's a really good show that I think people have trouble getting into because it looks dated, but there's really good storytelling in it.
It's really good, and they did just put it up on Prime, so
Ooh,
might be a good time to watch through.
that'd be a fun one to show the GCA and get people hooked with.
Yes, I'm down.
Never seen it. Yeah.
There's a lot
that
of,
doesn't surprise me.
There's a
Yes.
lot of religious stuff in it, which makes the show really interesting.
I would
Mhm.
like that. Yeah.
'Cause
And I'm just gonna
sci-fi
say
and
that
religion crossover. It's good.
sparked something in my mind. Not sci-fi, but Jericho. That's what I was initially thinking of when
Yes.
you said Jeremiah. That's got to be a rewatch too soon. So
That's a good one.
Jericho is one of my favorite, like, cheesy rewatch TV shows.
yes.
100%. Yeah, we might have to do a watch through for both of those.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay,
All
I
right.
remember Jeremiah. Now you were telling me about it when we were at MegaCon.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
a good one.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
So
I
I
think you
just
both would.
I just want to say, if Isaac cheats and somehow beats me in the broken beer bottle fight, I will accept Marina Baccarin as a solid backup plan.
Actually,
That's
I was
fair.
going to make a
Don't you
point
dare.
about that. She is number 2 on the list after Trisha Helfer. Just saying. So, got to reconsider things.
And you're
She's a
still trying to
beautiful girl.
steal my Kaylee from...
Yeah. I'm
He's just
greedy. I
never
don't know what to tell
he
you.
never has enough. He's always got to just take more.
She was in the sci-fi show V.
Yes.
Remember the remake?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then wasn't she also in Gotham as well?
Yes, she was. That's where I was first introduced to her, and I'm like,
I said,
I am a very big fan of this woman in
Mhm.
acting. It's her acting skill is
Mm,
excellent.
that's-
I'm just,
oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's her acting.
she
It's
has
only her acting I'm a fan of. for
some
sure.
acting in
So-
the Deadpools as well.
That's
oh,
right.
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh, very good acting, actually. Yeah.
100%. There's quite a few
She's been in a lot
couple
of stuff,
scenes
actually.
Mm-hmm.
that are and
A lot
I mean
of nerdy things.
they knew what men wanted when they did her character design and like the outfits, and I mean
She was inevitably in
who could say
Stargate,
no?
too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
who could say no?
She was at the
She's-
end of Stargate season 10, right? I think.
Oh, actually, I think you're
Yes, actually yes.
Yeah.
She was
See, I haven't gotten there
the
yet, so-
Ori,
Me neither.
the daughter of the Ori or whatever.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's currently got her own like what CBS or like CBS like primetime show called Sheriff Country, where she's a woman sheriff now.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Interesting.
She's in that
Well, she-
Greenland 2 movie with
She's
Gerard
reached
Butler.
the age of she's playing the disgruntled mother figure now, or
Hmm.
I mean, she's
Mhm.
I mean, time passes, so. But
He's in her
Also-
40s yet.
Also
I mean-
voice acted for Destiny as well, alongside Nathan.
She still looks really good though, I will say. Yeah,
She was
Yeah,
Gideon in
recent.
CW Flash.
Well,
she was in
when-
that Anthony Mackie movie Elevation. She actually did pretty good in that. So
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
when Destiny 2 came out, Firefly was really really popular, and they have a lot of similarities with space and sci-fi and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it made sense that they grabbed a bunch of those voice actors.
well, one of Destiny's main characters is a gunslinger. Similar to similar aesthetic to this Western sci-fi. So
And I did like how she has no problem in the show giving lip back to Mal, because he'll
Yeah.
always make some kind of like smart ass comment and she'll just write on back, and I love it. And
Yeah, he's like, "This is my ship." She's like, "Well, I'm paying you rent."
so it's my shuttle until I'm late on rent. But then it's like you can also clearly tell that Mal has a thing for her.
Yes,
It's
there's
like
tension.
yeah, and it's a lot of people miss it the first time watching, but that scene where she came back and then she's talking to Kaylee and she's like, "So how many fell in love with you?" And she's like, "Just the one." And then it cuts over to Nathan Fillion's character and then back. It's like, like I missed that on my first watch through, and
Mhm.
the second time I was like, okay, I see what they're doing there.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'm trying to find a better image of her in her whore attire, should I say?
yeah, well, that's the thing. Interesting character. I inherently do not
It's the
respect
best one
her
we
as a
got.
person whatsoever because of her, occupational, whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah, she's
She's
your number
trying to
2.
make a living.
the actress, I'm saying the character. I'm sitting in the
Mhm.
fictional world. I'm just
Oh,
saying. I'm just
Jeff,
saying.
She is very
Wha-
woke.
Watching this, like Well, yeah, all the woke people when her talked about sex workers, and like that's so ridiculous. You're online whores, but like her, I think I would actually be willing to say she is a sex worker.
Yeah.
Space
Yeah,
horror.
100%.
I don't
Space
know.
It's a horror, but it's space.
Exactly. Yes.
Work.
Yeah.
Is that 1992 space movie Space Horrors from Outer Space or
Something like that. Yeah.
it's something? It's
Yeah.
different. Okay, no,
No,
that's from
I
'93.
think one
Yes.
you might be one word off, but yeah,
That-
close enough.
Yes.
they come here to actually defeat all of the space horrors and save men from womankind.
God bless him. Thank you.
Oh, so that's
Yeah,
the
no.
one good thing they're good for.
Oh,
Okay.
you thought it was like homophobic and racist to black people, but it's actually racist to Asians and a
Women.
misogynist. Yeah.
And it's also it's women. Yes.
Yeah, it's the greatest head fake in all of
It
film.
is. Yes.
Okay. So out of the 5 we've covered, who is your favorite of them all? All of you guys. Jeff, we'll start with you. Out of the ones we've
The
done so
5?
far,
And
we'll keep going. But
No,
I'm kind of curious to see if anybody.
Yeah,
Small
on
pool to select
Tuesdays.
from, but I'm gonna
Yes.
go with Adam Baldwin's character just because
Oh,
I've
yes.
always enjoyed him in TV shows and stuff that he's done. So he's always a recognizable face in so many shows. And the character is fantastic.
100%. And Erwin, I already know who your favorite character is out of these
Malcolm.
ones so far. Well, yeah, clearly, not Kaylee anymore.
No, Mal's the best character, obviously.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough.
But I don't want to
Isaac?
fuck him.
Are you sure?
Well,
You sure?
it's lonely
No, I'm
out
just
in
gonna say
space.
straight. I'm gonna say straight up. My whole favorite character in the show is Jane Cobb, Adam Baldwin's character. He is my like all time. I'm telling you, I love his character. I
He's
love
the
it.
Raphael character. He's the redhead Ben and Ninja Turtle. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
the one I always gravitated towards.
The
and
worst
that's amazing.
one. Mhm.
Yes,
Is it because
that's
you're
a-
a ginger and you identify with the redhead man?
Bad camera and lighting. Listen, but the point of the matter.
Orange. Oh, actually, you would be a Michelangelo, right? Isn't that what the gingers would? Sorry, I'm
mean,
interrupting
right,
us
but
all.
I was saying Leonardo too, but Donatello's a nerd. But you know, whatever.
Nerd.
So no, I like Jane Cobb is my answer every single time. The brute headed gunslinging, shit talking. You know, I like it.
Isaac, do you think he's got one of the bed like headboards where he goes like that and the shotgun falls in his hand?
I think he does. I think he
All right,
does.
cool.
We may
That's
see
where
that
Vera
further down
is
the
hidden.
road. We may see that further down the road. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
about you, ABF?
I do like Adam Baldwin's character Jane, but Malcolm Reynolds really is the entire show. I think that Nathan
agree.
Fillion is an extremely good like comedic relief sci-fi actor in this, and I don't think you could replace him with anyone else.
I agree, and I think that's why he was the perfect fit to be like the captain.
Timothy
for this
Oliphant.
show. Okay, I could see it. I could see that, but honestly,
Walton Goggins.
I still
eh,
I can't imagine anyone else other than Nathan Fillion.
I just don't think it would be as good.
The
Yeah,
dude
I
from
don't-
Farscape.
I
And-
think the chemistry wouldn't be the same.
What's great too about all these different characters we just talked about is that they all have a different point of view. And, Nathan Fillion, he's always claiming that he's the captain, final say goes with him, which it does. But you could tell that he takes everyone's, points into account. And, they even showed it off in the pilot episode where they decided to run.
Well,
But,
when Marina says like let's go or whatever, he's like, never tell me what to do on my shit.
mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you can tell that
Chills.
he's weighing, all their different, points and stuff like that. So, yeah. And
Or acting like he's not.
everyone has a different opinion as well.
This may be a hot take too. He's a way better character than Han Solo, in my opinion. Not to disparage the legacy, but I really like this portrayal of this type of character much more.
Way
Yeah.
more depth.
So
I do
yes,
too.
definitely. Yeah. I mean,
100%.
it's not to be unfair. I mean, we get more screen time with Mal Reynolds, a whole season versus like 3 movies, but still. And also, I want to buy a brown coat now. So I need to buy a big production of that. I wear the boots every day already, so I need the coat. So,
There you go.
yes.
Yeah, I think he was like the perfect choice for this role. And I was listening to Once We Were Spacemen, the podcast that him and Alan started recently. And they were talking about how like on the first like meeting for the show when they were all meeting each other, Alan was saying he was like watching people come in and he saw the doctor come in and was like, okay, he thought it was, you know, Malcolm Reynolds, or the actor was playing Malcolm. So he's like, okay, I can kind of see him being the captain, but he doesn't have that like that aura. But then, as he said, as soon as Nathan stepped in the room, he was like, okay, that's a captain. He's got the aura. Like it's perfect. And I totally agree. Like while, you know, Walton Goggins or Timothy Oliphant would be another good choice, I think that he was the perfect fit for this character.
Yes.
Personally.
If one of those other guys were doing it, you say that they were the perfect fit. And
I
that,
couldn't
yeah.
see. I could not see Goggins in this role personally. Visually, maybe. Demeanor wise, I don't know.
Maybe if
way-
they did like a
well-
spin-off with a different like crew, maybe. But
I like Nathan
Maybe with a
Fillion, but
different
he's
crew.
not
Yeah.
exactly the greatest actor
Well,
to ever exist.
So one point of view though is that he's really good at like bullshitting, you know, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what you need in a captain that's running like illegal operations. They're basically pirates, and I just think that
Yeah.
you know the way he delivers lines and stuff like that just works really well.
Mhm.
I agree.
Hmm.
Agree. All right, Zoe Washburn, the number one of the ship.
Erwin's got thoughts, I know.
Oh yeah. Let's hear it.
I was having thoughts. It was literally booty, and then I thought bootay because she's white. That was
With
the thoughts that went
Ebonics
through
on
my
it,
head.
with the Ebonics. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What's your other favorite TV show that she's in, Erwin?
Cleopatra 25. Which, I mean, this show is really good. It's no
I'm
Cleopatra
gonna be
25,
totally honest. I
25,
watched
but-
episode 1 of that, Irwin, and I wanted to
is?
jump off a bridge after. But that's just
Oh, yeah,
for-
no, you jump off the bridge down into the tunnel and you go like
and
this,
you
like
get
on the green
Spider-Man
screen.
web slingers. You know,
Boom.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, yeah, so you liked it.
But yeah, I mean, she was a really well done character. You know, nowadays it's when we have the black female character, it's usually a very annoying or overall you just can't stand them. But she was a really well written and well performed character, I thought.
She wears the wiener in the relationship, and I still like her.
And
Yeah.
that, you can definitely tell she wears the pants in the relationship.
If I owned a Walgreens, I would feel safe with her during, you know, 2020. And so
and she's not afraid
like
to
her
talk back
character
to
a lot.
Mal either.
Yeah.
They got that part in the episode where after they get everything done and it's kind of like winding down, she's like, "Sir, I need you to take the helm so this man can rip my clothes off."
Right.
Oh, it's just
But what else does she really do in the episode? I was just trying to think. She's got a lot
in
less
the
than
opening,
others.
she was, you know, the opening with Mal
Yeah.
on the battlefield. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's her being strong, and she falls around as like the second person, and she's got the cool cowboy, and she's got the gun on her hip, and I like her, but
she gets shot, but her body armor saves her. I mean, they make a whole little thing about that.
They
and,
also she
Yeah,
was fighting
really.
side by side in the war with
Mhm.
Mal as well. So
yeah,
you know,
that's what I said. And then
Yeah.
after that, she doesn't really do a lot this episode.
yeah, it's true.
She's more so, yeah, just kind of like a backup character to
She's
Mal,
there to
so
say-
to speak.
Yeah, she's like, say, Zoe, come to the captain's quarters or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Or
And
yeah,
each
like
one of these characters gets expanded on, and hers is one of them through different episodes. So
Yeah,
we don't
Yeah,
really
no,
see a
I-
whole lot with this, but
Yeah, that's what I'm
we'll,
saying.
we'll see.
we're
Yeah.
talking.
Well, she
yeah,
also
episode
provides
one.
much needed context and stakes for Wash's character too. Gives him something to worry about. Gives him
Mhm.
why he does what he does. He's thinking about his wife in every decision he takes. You know, so she
And I
plays
think-
that role too.
Wasn't she the first one to like make a comment about not doing business with patients because she shot Malcolm? I think she was one of like the first
Yeah.
ones.
I think
and
you're
then
right.
it ends up being like everyone that was part of the crew during that time, they're all like, "She shot you, don't do it. She shot you." And eventually he's like, "Why is everyone making a fuss? It's been a while. Like, it's fine. It's fine."
And I think that Mal likes having, you know, her input on the decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's like the actual number 2, but I feel like he lets Jane or what's his face think he's the number 2.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's what kind of keeps Jane around for as long as he has, is he thinks he's the number 2, you know. And he respects them, you know, and you can tell that all of these characters, they respect each other. They may not always agree with each other, they may fight, but they do respect each other, and they're like a family, you know. And it
It's
does
about
help.
family.
We got family.
I'd forgotten about the old lady tries to screw him over. Such a good part when you see the sniper and then he just gets dragged away by his
Yeah.
feet.
Yes, and that part right there, you see him like kind of getting all aimed up and stuff, and you see the crosshairs go over Mal's head, and you're like,
Yes.
oh no, but
Gonna
then
take the money.
nothing.
And then you also get the line about how like they always underestimate us, and that's like our big advantage.
Hmm. Yeah, because I mean, they go from being war heroes essentially to losing the war and then just being space pirates, and nobody thinks they're really that big of a deal, but they end up taking out Patience's whole crew, clearly outnumbered. And
R.I.P. to that horse, by the way, too. That was the worst part of the show. So
I feel
Yeah.
bad for the
Yeah.
horse.
Mal is
Yeah.
basically free reign if you think about it, Erwin.
is he
What
that?
way?
He hides
Is he
the
that?
abilities.
Is he that monotone and autistic? Like,
No, there is a free Ren played by Summer Glau.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
very true. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well,
I'm not
going
familiar
on
with
to
the
the
subject.
next one, we got Wash, the pilot. Played
I
by
like-
Alan Tudyk.
I like how he's in the cockpit, just like making a little story about dinosaurs for no reason at all, just to like
Yes.
occupy the time and not think about his wife out there in danger.
And he's always
Yeah, it's
cracking some kind of joke and making light of it,
Mhm.
even when it's serious. And
I think that scene with the dinosaurs, that might have been the part of the show that hooked me right away.
Yeah.
I want to keep watching.
dinosaur.
He's kind of the
That's
panicky guy slash the like animated kind of guy.
He's
He
the
kind of
Erwin.
he plays kind of like a scaredy bitch
Yep.
role, but not like in an obnoxious like an anime like way would do it. Like he's
Well, I
not
mean,
like
for-
"Oh, no, kind of like a scaredy cat. Like he's more
for
like
crying out loud,
worried for his wife.
he's sending his gunslinger wife out to do the dirty work while he's sitting back in the cockpit. That's kind of he is a little bitched out, to be honest. In that
He's
way,
a beta, but it works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I gotta give
But
him
he also
props
performs
though.
as a pilot when he has to for the crew.
And I was just
yeah.
gonna say I gotta give him props though, because he did pull off that maneuver, and
Yes, he did.
it flawless. Was the Crazy Ivan or something like
I
that?
was gonna
Yes.
say
Yeah.
plus 10 points to whoever remembers the name.
Yes.
Not me.
Thankfully to the help of Kaylee, with the help of Jane, with everyone working together with the ship.
Yeah.
So
Haley, like having to be wheeled down there, but practically like bedridden. Speaking of Mal telling Simon that
Yes.
Kaylee died,
Yeah.
and then it's like slow-mo run. He's like, oh, and then it just hard cuts them laughing their asses off.
And
Oh.
that's the best part. He's like, that man's a psychopath.
Yes.
Cuts to them laughing,
And
and
then-
then
oh,
Wash is,
Wash.
you're a
So,
psychopath.
Jeff, I'm curious because Jeff was saying a lot in the chat when that was your first watch.
Yeah.
What was your first thought on Kaylee dying? In this episode.
Oh, that didn't take long.
Yeah.
My first, I was like, wow, okay. I just found out about this character. Put a lot of, nope, there she's gone. Oh, no.
Surprise.
There's a few more moments throughout the series where you're like, they did not put that in this show. That's insane.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
But I will say though, I didn't really think about this the first time I watched it, but him telling Simon that she died, it's like one of those things where it's meant to make the doctor really think like, damn, like my consequences do, or my actions do have consequences, and I need to be like thinking things through,
But we understand the bigger he's trying to guilt them for putting everyone in danger, but meanwhile he's smuggling all this stuff on board as well,
Yes.
not telling
Right.
everyone.
You could also see it as a test from Mal to see what his reaction would be. And I think that he passed the test as far as him not wanting one of the crew members to be,
Yeah,
dead.
he put his
Right.
crew in danger, so he's
Yeah.
he's making them pay for that.
And I think that's why he didn't like just kick him off at Whitefall or whatever. I think that's like why, or even like after that, like right away after the whole incident, like I think he let him stay just because of how he responded to hearing that Kaylee died.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. Yeah, it was a test. I agree with that.
Definitely.
Another good moment when hostage situation, Mal, I believe it's Mal, right, walks on board and just shoots him right in the head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He's like, yeah. The officer has was it Kaylee or was it River hostage? I think it was might have been River.
I think it was
He was
River.
like, yeah, it was,
Yes.
we're stopping here. Y'all are under arrest, and he just walks on and bam.
I mean,
And then-
yeah,
throws
they
him
heard
off.
that Reavers were
Yeah.
on the way, so he was like, "I ain't got time for this."
No time to
Yes.
waste. Yeah.
And then them picking them up and like walking to that edge as they're flying off. That's one of those moments where it feels so cinematic and like feels more like a movie than a TV show. Just all those
Yeah.
extra bits he does like that.
Did you
And
notice too? Like he almost didn't get back in time for the airlock. You know, like
Yeah,
it
that's
looked
what
like
I'm
it was gonna
saying.
squish him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you felt like it gave it that depth and whatnot, like they were actually taken off. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
very well done.
And it's stuff like that that will make these shows just that much better, you know. And Hollywood today has forgotten that, you know.
Well, the amount of practical stuff is really nice too. Some are like
Yeah.
why Project Hail Mary is so good.
Hmm. Well, on to the final one, the mysterious character that we are introduced to when she emerges from a box naked, River. We end up finding that this is Simon's sister, and he smuggled her out of a school of sorts for special people. And
We don't
I
get to
don't
see
know.
any specialness this episode, right?
no, not really.
Okay.
Just a lot of crazy, well, batshit crazy, slightly autistic behavior from her.
They want us to think that she's vulnerable, can't take care of herself, like, and I think she's
Mhm.
still trying to get her footing, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She's very much
also-
the I see dead people type of character right
Hmm.
now. Like just the spacey, yeah.
I don't think she realizes that she's a Terminator yet. Oh wait,
I was
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
was
wrong
gonna mention
TV
that.
show. My bad.
no red TV show.
It is
Another
good.
another
So how
one,
about-
one and done
It-
from
it-
Fox.
It opens up and they look and they're like, whoa. And then it fades to black because it went to a commercial. And then it comes back and it's just right on her. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, guys, you have to like do the establishment shot again and then go in. Like, what? So imagine you're like getting back and it's like from the kitchen and you sit and you're like, oh, I just missed. Wait, what? There's a girl? Wait, what? Like, you'd be so confused if you missed that first like 5 seconds coming back from the commercial break. Or you're just like, look away for 1 second. And,
Commercial
Yeah.
breaks really screwed up the flow of a lot of things, and
They
they
did.
still made their
No,
way into the DVD cuts. It's crazy.
It messes with the flow sometimes, but I argue it forces better structure because
Ooh,
having
yeah.
those breaks forces you
True.
to structure everything properly
Almost
and
like you're
to
making chapters. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it gets you to chop the waste out and the good stuff. It helps you pile the good stuff on top. That's what makes them so good. It's just so many things are happening at once, and that's a lot of taking good ideas and then smushing them together on top of each other, getting it nice and tight, only what you need, and then from on top, then keep layering as much as you can. But it does it so like effortlessly.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, in this
So-
part specifically, this is where you're kind of like reinforced in the idea too that Simon is this like villain or this bad guy because you know he's transporting a young naked woman in space.
He punches him in the face, right?
Yeah, he's like punching him in the face. He's like, "What are you doing? Selling her to some off-world lord, or is this one for you?" Like, he's accusing him of all this stuff, and that's what it seems like right off the bat, you know. And then we find out, oh wait, it's his sister. Oh shit! Like, there's some serious stuff that's gonna go down, you know. And
Hmm.
we get so much that in this hour and a half episode, and it feels like it's longer than an hour and a half even,
Mhm.
at least for like my first watch through. I was like,
Yeah, it feels like
I feel
a
like I
full
watched a
movie.
whole
It does.
movie.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because
and-
they explained so much,
Mhm.
but it didn't feel like you were tired of watching it either.
Exactly, because it wasn't too slow. It was very like well maintained with like the pace and like keeping things interesting while getting all of the setup information out of the way.
Well,
You know,
And not just to set the story, the amount of characters. If this were just one episode, 45 minutes, it would have suffered. They would not have been able to introduce all these characters and stuff. Having that hour and a half let him structure it exactly how he wanted, and I'm glad they did that.
hmm And
Yeah,
we're
I wish
introduced
we
to a
would.
bunch of side characters too, you know, and
Yeah, I wish we would go back to this format of television where they would try to sell an entire series off of one of these pilots. You know.
yeah,
They
I
tried that
agree.
with,
Streaming killed that,
they tried
unfortunately.
that with
So
Yeah.
Buffy, and we're not getting Buffy.
Yeah.
I would
Which
say
I've never seen Buffy either.
the way he does team ups and like introductions and character stuff. Thank God he's the one who directed Avengers. He did so well with
yes,
that. He understands teams. He understands how to give them all their individual parts, but also like the big team parts and have the various character arcs, but then also the bigger team arcs and stuff like that. He's so damn good. And then he throws the humor in so perfectly too. And no, they've attempted to keep doing it, and no one can do it like he does.
and like you said before, Erwin, Hollywood just can't have that. They can't have somebody, arguably almost like a savant in that way with that particular skill set, constantly one-upping them and showing the audience what can be. We have something to compare it to, Joss Whedon. So,
He was mean on set.
But you need to be.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
have you guys ever seen a behind the scenes of how Tom Cruise is on?
I mean-
like behind the scenes, he sounds like an asshole, but he wants people to be safe. He wants it done right. I totally agree with that. You have to be
Actors-
mean.
Actors are cattle. You need to herd them. That's about it. So,
But
I
also, Christian Bale is an actor, but I don't care that he made some sound guy cry.
Right.
No.
I mean, the sound guy probably fucked up.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
his fault.
it was a learning experience for him. He probably didn't fuck up again after that.
Probably not.
yes.
Yeah.
The British
But-
accent makes it great too. I listen to that yearly. So,
Do you think
Oh.
Japan's heard it yet?
I'm gonna translate it and send it to them on X tonight.
They're gonna love
So
it.
yes, I found like 13 new friends already. They're my greatest ally. I love them. So moving on,
Right.
but that's actually a good point. With this show, there is many Oriental elements weaved in.
Yes.
very much
I-
so. Yes,
I always like that. The sci-fi, the dystopia, the Blade Runner style, where we get the neon
Yes.
lights and
Mhm.
kanji and stuff. It always adds a lot to sci-fi.
And
dystopia
Firefly
worlds.
is what we can have when the American-Japanese Empire takes over the galaxy. So
Yeah.
yes,
I just I got done watching Cowboy Bebop thanks to Erwin as a recommendation, and this show very much feels like it had the spirit of it, or at least they had watched it and taken points of it. And I after my rewatch of the episode during GCA, it very much felt like this is how live action anime should be adapted too, even though it's not being adapted from anime. This is what it feels like Cowboy Bebop should have been.
I agree. Yeah, no, and I mean, I didn't watch through all of Cowboy Bebop yet. I'm working on it. I left off for a minute because I'm still kind of trying to get into anime like that. But
Don't watch the live action.
no, I did
Right.
watch the first episode of that. And I was like, this is terrible.
The first one is by far is one of the better ones. So
Yeah, I'll stick with the OG Cowboy Bebop because that I know they at least did right. The live action though, I'm good.
yeah, let me some Cowboy Bebop. It's more style and substance over story, though.
Mhm. That's true.
Whereas
more-
this
more
I feel like
character-
we did a lot of everything.
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah,
an
it's-
equal balance.
Cowboy Bebop's very character oriented. This is as well, but they work the story in also. Whereas Cowboy Bebop is very episodic, except for like a couple like two parters in the middle and at the very end. Where this one, I feel like they do it pretty linear, but they do keep the episodic, stuff in as well.
Yep.
Like the part with the strawberry made me think of Cowboy Bebop because they're always complaining about how they don't have any meat on the ship. They're just
Yeah,
eating noodles all the
always
time.
the
Like
ramen.
the strawberry was like the meat to the Cowboy Bebop I thought of. So
Oh, yeah, and we were introduced to quite a lot of like side characters even too, like I mean, we met Badger and he
Yes.
pops up all throughout this.
Mhm.
We met Patience who runs Whitefall and we learned that there's a bit of history between her and Malcolm and they did it so well.
Mhm.
In the
know?
Federation.
the overarching,
The
the alliance,
Federation.
the overarching
yeah,
alliance.
the
over
alliance. That's
everything.
it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mhm.
I want to say that's one of the things I like about Farscape as well, the Star Wars aspect, where I do like an evil empire and the little guy
Yes.
having to go up against that versus like a Star Trek or Stargate, where it's very episodic. Here's the new planet of the week, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. And while I do enjoy Star Trek quite a bit, I do like the fact that shows like this take on that approach of, okay, the government's not the good guy, because in reality, that's what it is. The government
The
is not the
space
good guy.
commies is what they are in this
Yeah,
show. Yeah.
exactly. Like
So
it's the people need
the
to.
bad guys won the Civil War in the show, and the space commies won, and
Wait,
now the Patriots need to stand up and do what you
are
gotta do.
what are the Reavers? Somalis?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, yes. Yeah.
Okay,
They
see, I'm
recently
the
did a
Reaver
they
now.
recently did a Reaver IQ test, and we found some very stunning evidence. So
Yeah, they ate the test giver.
they did, yes, and they
Yeah.
wear them as a jacket now. But
they're,
no, that's a
they're, they're
great character.
eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They're eating the census, people.
Yeah. No, I think we broke down all the characters very well, and I just want to say too, there's not a single character in the main cast that I dislike, and that's a plus. You can't say that nowadays very
The
much. So
character that you're meant to dislike for being so abrasive is your favorite character.
he's my favorite character. Yes. So
Yeah. Whereas I think like if you had watched it when it first came out, you probably
Right.
would have been along that line where you're like, I can't stand this guy. He's an annoying asshole. But you have this kind of like fourth knowledge going into it about who he is as a person, and I think that does influence you a
plus
bit.
perspective of all the stuff I've seen now, I'm like, we need more gunslinging, foul-mouthed assholes in the world. We do, so
I agree. I
What
agree.
was the name of the episode? Jane's World or something like that? That was the funny one.
Yeah.
That's
the,
my
the
name.
hero of Canton, the man
Yeah.
they
I'm
call
looking
Jane.
forward to
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about that one too.
Can't wait to that.
I'm looking. That's
that
going to
one
be
again.
one of my favorite episodes to talk about. So
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, like I feel like this pilot was like fantastically well done for any show. Like overall, like the way that they did it with the characters, the story, introducing everything, how they handled like even cutting to commercial and back most of the time. It was very well done, and my initial rating when I first watched it, I gave it a 9.5, and after watching it again for another time, I'm like, it's still 9.5, if not even a 10, comparing it to today's stuff, and I guess for those of you that have watched it, go ahead, Erwin.
I give it a 9. Put some aliens in there. I'll give you a 9.5.
Okay.
Because I love they have the different archetypes with like a Farscape. Not only do you get the different archetypes, they're literally different species. Like
Yeah.
that's what I want from my sci-fi.
Agreed. And that is one thing Farscape did really well, and I can't wait to talk about Farscape. That's gonna be good.
This episode will be getting 2 different ratings from me, to be totally
Okay.
honest. So, as an episode of this show, I give it an 8. As a pilot episode, just as like a first introduction for a show, I give it a 9. I think it's close to perfect for a pilot to get you hooked into a show. As far as compared to the further episodes, there's episodes I like more than this episode going down the line. It gets stronger as the show goes on, in my opinion. So that's why, overall, probably like an 8.5, totally encapsulated. So,
Pilots have it hard because you have to get all the intro stuff out of the way,
Mhm.
yes.
and they do it. They did it so damn well.
They did, yeah.
do.
And a lot of things can't do it like this nowadays.
Yeah.
Like most shows won't.
Yep.
So-
I'm not going to give it a rating. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was
Your
going to say
ratings.
I'm not going to give it a rating. I just think it's like maybe a top 5 sci-fi show for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely in my top 5. I mean, it's hard to beat.
Yep.
But I'm curious as to what Jeff's going to say. Him being a first time watcher.
I absolutely loved it. Like I said at the beginning, 9.5 for me on the low end for sure. As we all discussed it. Set up the characters, set up kind of what the hell's going on, what happened to get them in this position. It looks, especially for this time, it's beautiful looking. Like the physical sets and even the CGI we talked about, it's just almost tears better than the stuff nowadays, which is sad.
The cockpit,
27
with all
years
the
old.
buttons and switches and
Yep.
lights.
Yep.
All that was made in a set, and they can walk around it and film in it. It's great.
As it should be. It shouldn't be
The
a
metal
little
grate
box
floor
with
you hear
green.
as they're walking, the metal grate, it's just
Yep.
like audibly, yes.
That's how it should be. Now, so from what I do understand is it's the way way it aired or how it's supposed to be watched is completely out of order, especially from the IMDb
Not completely.
page.
I think there's like 2 episodes out of order.
Okay.
We're gonna be
Is-
watching it according to what the guide says.
Okay. As I was looking here, I was looking for this episode to pull up on IMDb, and it's episode 11.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it threw me
correct.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
train
messed that up.
job is not the right one.
Episode 4, you're actually supposed to not watch the first 10 minutes, and you have to watch baseball instead. If you're a real fan, that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's
But you
true.
have to stay up till like midnight to do it too, by the way. So,
That is true.
you know.
That is very true. Well, it seems like everyone seems to enjoy this show very much, and I'm curious because all of us have watched it. But Jeff, what do you think is going to happen in some of these next
She
episodes?
flies and shoots laser beams out of her eyes.
Yes.
Honestly, I have no idea. And I'm not upset with having no idea because that means it's a surprise for me as I go.
That means they did their job well.
Yeah, I'd say
Because
so.
and now a lot of things nowadays, it's like after the first 10, 20 minutes of the show, you know what's going to be the story. You know what's going to
Mhm.
happen. You know, I mean, take Acolyte, for example. You know, everyone's favorite Star Wars show. You know,
I hate you, ABF, for making us watch that, by the way. So, you know.
You're welcome.
You asked
Yeah.
for
Hey,
it.
you were contractually obligated to do so, just like Rings of Power. So you signed up for it.
Hashtag never again. Yeah.
Oh, but you will be.
For scientific reasons.
Don't you worry. There might not be a season 2 of Acolyte, but there's a season 3 of Rings of Power.
Yeah, don't remind me.
And a season 2 of Star Trek Fleet Academy.
Ugh.
No, okay, we're not that sadistic.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah,
Yeah, we're about to do the sociopath meme.
I haven't
Firefly to
seen
you.
season 1.
That's
This guy
what
tried to make
I've
us watch
watched
the
that.
first.
I watched 2
He tried
episodes.
making us watch
and that was too
Agatha,
much.
dude. Agatha? We watched the first few episodes of that. That was worse.
I think I'd rather watch Agatha than Starfleet Academy.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch Starfleet Academy again than Agatha.
Really?
I haven't watched Agatha.
I mean, I
Well, at
haven't
least
seen
Acolyte
either,
was
but-
funny with how bad it was. Like, we laughed. It wasn't painful. You know, we were laughing at how horrible it was.
So we
But,
didn't cry.
Yes. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that with Firefly. We enjoyed it. So going back in time saves your soul a little bit, you know, culturally. So
All right. Well, I think that pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. Did any of you have any final thoughts or anything last minute you wanted to put out there before we get out of here?
Kelly's mine eyes like I'm gonna stab you in the face with my broken
all
beer
right,
bottle.
fine. Nora, fine. Fine. I'll forget her past. I'll be a very forgiving man. Whatever.
Okay. Still might stab you with the beer bottle.
We'll
though.
just tell Isaac
We'll
she's
see.
in the wrong shuttle and then jettison it and take off.
Oh,
She's in the escape pod, I swear.
Yes, okay. I gotta go check. Yeah, let me check. Well, you know, I'm just gonna choose to believe this is in the same universe as Battlestar Galactica. Trisha Helfer's up there somewhere as a Cylon, so I have
Oh
hope.
yeah. Maybe a base ship will swing by and pick you up.
We can only hope. So, like I said, R.I.P. humanity. But no, final thoughts. Looking forward to rewatching the rest of the show with you guys and Serenity afterwards. Just loving it. And might go play some classic Halo later. Just pretend it's 2003. So, living
Yeah, I
it
can't
up.
wait for Serenity when Mal finally wakes up from his coma dream. It gets so much better after
Yes.
that, Jeff.
Mhm.
It does. Yes.
Perfect.
That's when the aliens start showing up.
Finally, season 2, right?
I mean, actually, I mean, okay, moving on. Go.
Actually,
Oh.
yeah.
well,
Sorry, I think we gaslit him well enough.
I don't think he
I'll
has
let you.
any
I'll
role to
watch
that.
it, and then I'll watch it with you guys, and then I'll figure it out. Enjoy it myself.
Yeah, if she doesn't fly around with lasers, you watched it in the wrong order.
Yeah, I'll look for the hidden tapes somewhere. You got to be out there somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Secret
you gotta
menu.
hold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Secret-
select and start and press A and B repeatedly.
Yes.
Alt F4 multiple times.
Oh, I almost forgot about the part where Shepard Book turns into the Velocipaster. That was
Mhm.
that blew my mind.
It's incredible. Yeah.
I didn't know they had a crossover for that.
I know.
It's my kind of evangelism.
All right, I need to. I'll finish it. Yep, I'm getting back to watching them tonight. I'm not even
Oh.
doing any more editing. I'm just gonna watch Firefly.
Yes. We got him hooked. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that was the goal.
Yay!
Velocipaster hooked me right in. Man,
Yes.
Well, anybody else have any final
No,
thoughts?
I gotta go put in a shift at the local Blockbuster, Nerd Slap.
Ooh, that's right. Y'all are gonna be playing some Rewind 99 tonight.
That's right.
Maybe.
Yes, I have my eye on that one. So if you need another person,
We
Let me
might
know.
take you up on that.
all right, hell yeah. And then of course I'm always down for some super battle golf as well.
Oh,
so-
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Monday. We're doing it Monday.
Yes.
If you need an extra, sign me up because, as Nerd Slap knows, I'm terrible at the game. I'm playing keyboard and mouse, but it's fun. So, you know.
The trick is it doesn't matter if you win as long as Hayden doesn't win, Isaac.
I agree. I got my landmines ready, my rocket launcher, my elephant gun. We're gonna have fun. So, yeah.
My weapon of choice is the golf cart.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes.
But final thoughts also, I wish we had a Firefly video game, but that will never happen. So,
Well,
wishing
don't say
one day, I
never.
guess. Yes.
I mean, give it a few years, and I guarantee you somebody's
know.
gonna make one with AI.
Yeah.
You guys are getting an Expanse video game. Be happy with that.
Yeah, actually, that
Really?
that could
Okay.
be interesting because it's kind
Okay.
of narrative driven.
I actually didn't hear anything about that. I'll have to check that out.
It's like a
Cool.
legit
Sweet.
game too.
Sweet.
No.
All right. Well, Jeff, we'll start with you for outros. You got anything you want to shout out? Where can people find you?
You can find me on my channel at Jeff Up North and on my other channel with my buddies Andy and Willie, Drink Up. Gaming Tuesdays, regular show Friday, Thursday. Isaac joins me on my channel for talking a little bit of history on Jeff Up North. And keep an eye out for any videos I'll have uploaded, hopefully bi-weekly, depending on how long it takes to make.
And some congratulations are in order. You were just recently monetized on YouTube, so congratulations,
yes,
sir.
thank
Very
you.
well deserved.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Make sure if you guys haven't, go check out Jeff's channel. Great videos. They're always so much fun to listen to. So
Thanks,
I
guys.
think you said you were working on a supercut, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be probably an hour and a half, maybe longer. So
Mm.
Okay. I'll have
Keep an
to
eye
keep
for
an
that.
eye out for that. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Erwin, what about you, man? Thank you again for joining us today. It was fun to have you on. Definitely got to get you back on for more Firefly talk if you're down.
Do you guys hate when black women parkour into your mansions or museums and steal
Always.
your hard-earned black African artifacts?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Then I've got a video for you. Check it out. Nerd Wars. It's the only video I've uploaded in the last year. You won't miss it. Relooted. We must stop that menace.
Yes. And the link for that will be down below. I'll put that down there. So make sure to go check that out and go
Yes.
sub to his gaming channel as well.
That's my black history. I
Oh,
stole
love it.
fair and square.
hmm
Then it's rightly yours. You stole it. So
Finders keepers. Bitch.
It's
Conquered, not
reparations.
stolen. Conquered, not stolen.
it's just
So,
reparations. That's all.
All right, coming in. My manager just texted me. He is pissed I'm late to Blockbuster.
All right, Isaac. What about you, brother? Where can people find you?
All right. Isaac 556 by 45. Golden Age podcast this Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We have Cajun Corey on, so hopefully you can understand the conversation. It's going to be
Wait.
very.
You're gonna need a
What?
translator.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's got to be an AI translator that could do it for you.
There will be. I'm going to have Rizkit in the chat. He's Creole too, so we're going to figure
There
it
you
out.
Oh, okay.
Also starting a new show every other Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Culture War Crusaders. Title pending, thumbnail definitely pending. Erwin, thank you. So it's going to be fun, some pop culture stuff. You'll see me here on the Nerd Files. You'll see me every Thursday on Jeff Up North's channel, talking history. And also this Thursday after history, I'll be on the Stargate Files over on Sons and Shadows. So lots going on. Great talking with you guys tonight. And yeah, that's that. So
Hell yeah. ABF. What about you, man?
I have a channel called Alec Baldwin's Finger. Tomorrow we have the Angry Badger on, and also sub to my gaming channel, Gaming with ABF.
No. Today, this is in the future. Today, you're gonna have a stream.
Yeah.
Yes. Today. Because this will be up by tonight at some point tonight. So
Oh well, then maybe tomorrow you have a stream.
Upload at 12:01.
Monday the 30th of March.
Yeah, what are you doing
Yes.
uploading at midnight? We'll discuss it later.
oh, but yes, and you actually just recently had a legendary achievement. You met the man that created you. And that was
Well,
an
thanks to
interesting
Jeff Up
story.
North.
Yes.
Jeff Up North started a crowdfunding campaign, and people donated to it, and I was forced to go. Thank
You
you for
won
forcing
Mega-
Oh,
me.
dude.
you were so upset.
Mhm.
Jeff, I think
Oh.
you're number one.
Thank you, Erwin. I appreciate that.
We're all
No,
number
genuinely, dude. You guys you teamed up for the currently the best meme of 2026.
Oh, easily.
one. It
We were talking about it. I said, dude, what if you got him to put his finger up? I said, there's no fucking way, you know. And I'm sitting in the back and he's doing the thing. He puts his finger up and he looks over and Bone's like, okay, who's that for? Number one. Who's number one? You're number one. And here's me. I'm sitting behind the curtain just waiting to get my picture. I'm like,
trying not to laugh.
I am dying inside. Then I get up to take a picture. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I just put a thumbs up and smile. My face is beet red. And I say, thank you, Mr. Baldwin. And I walk away.
That's awesome.
Oh, and we're pretty sure he pissed himself. Pretty
Paul
sure.
It was Sweat.
Ah,
His account on YouTube said it was Sweat.
yes, yes, yes. Do we know who that is? Have we figured that out yet?
Is it this one?
I'm starting to wonder if maybe he's making some alt accounts for himself.
No, it wasn't me. I swear to God.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that. But anyways, we're gonna get out of here because Erwin's late for his
If
shift.
there was someone on the panel, it'd be Isaac, not ABF. You think ABF's doing the boss fight? No,
Hey,
it's
the
GabyF
ult-
would be
look,
doing that.
It's the ultimate troll.
Wait.
It's the ultimate troll.
No,
Do it,
one,
and then people will never
wait.
think it's you.
No. Wait.
No,
We
I don't
gotta
think
go.
I don't
Wait,
think
we have
it's
like we
Isaac.
gotta go. But you can make alt accounts on YouTube. Can you someone teach me how to do that? Okay.
Shut up, Isaac.
Yeah, you go to switch account, you click on GabyF.
I'll have to look into that. Have a great night,
That
guys.
was easy.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Erwin's late for his shift at
He won't.
Blockbuster. So,
I'll be there when I get there.
is your manager a strong black woman?
No, it's
Oh.
ABF actually.
Oh, it's ABF.
ABF, is it
Oh.
cool if I'm late to work today?
You can't be late.